Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Jessica if you happen to be new here. Today is my rolling project pan update for the month of September. In this project, I am normally working on around 10 items that I'm mostly trying to finish up and get out of my makeup inventory. I do sometimes set a usage goal on select items in this project. Mostly items that I'm trying to hit some kind of goal on for my panning goals for 2025. And actually right now I have a few more than 10, so we've just been kind of loosey-goosey with the rules this year. But generally I try and keep it around there and basically just trying to move things out of my collection and make sure they're not going to waste. So if you are into panning content, if you love channels that discourage overconsumption, or if you just love the satisfaction of watching makeup products get used up, then definitely subscribe to my channel if you are just finding me for the first time. But if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Make sure you give this video a quick thumbs up before we get started. That way you don't forget, and it does help me out a lot. And leave a comment down below. I love hearing from you. Let's jump on into this video. I've got some exciting updates this month and we're starting off with one of them. Let's talk about this lipstick from Too Faced that I've been working on since November of last year. This is the Too Faced Melted Liquid Matte Lipstick that they have discontinued since, but this is a little mini version in the shade Chihuahua, and I've been trying to empty out this lipstick for so long, and I'm happy to say we finally got there. At least I'm calling it empty. So I've been working on this, like I said, since last November. It was weighing 8.7 grams when I first brought it in. I'll go ahead and show you all the footage that I've collected over the past, what is it now, 10 months of working on this product. But it definitely has gotten to a certain point where I'm just not able to make any more squeeze in the bottom of this little component here. So it pretty much starts looking the same towards the end of the progress videos, but I have been tracking the weight on this item. So as of last month, it was weighing 6.59 grams. That was after 70 uses in the project. I reached for it 6 more times this month, and that's 6 more days of wearing it, making for 76 uses total. And here it is today. Today it's weighing 6.24 grams. So I've used 0.35 grams of product since last month, and I've now used it 76 times total, and I am gonna call this one an empty today. It is very difficult to squeeze product out. If I really make an effort, I can get like just a teensy bit out, but it's really a struggle, and I think we're just gonna call it from there. I'm really happy with the progress I've made on this. It has been very well loved. It's a beautiful nude. I did put it on my lips for today, just for its last final hurrah. It's been such a gorgeous everyday nude shade, although I will say this formula always ends up all over my teeth every single time I wear it, no matter how much I try to avoid it. It's just the way this lipstick is. In fact, is it on my teeth now? Okay, we're good. But it's just always an issue. I get a lot of embarrassment. My students telling me, my coworkers telling me, my friends telling me, at least people tell me, you know, I really appreciate that, but I don't love it for that reason. Once it dries down throughout the day, it does kind of settle, but when you first put it on, it wants to go everywhere. So I'm happy I used it up. That's one less lip product in my collection. I've had this for a long time, so it's about time that it's used up and getting out of here. And that means we have our first rollout for the update. It's been a while since I've had a rollout, so this one feels really good. Next item is from Dose of Colors. This is one of their liquid lipsticks in the shade Stone. And my goal for this item is not to use it up, but I'm just trying to use it as much as possible this year. My loose goal is to use it 60 times or 5 times per month. And I'm a little bit behind that, but I just want to use this lipstick a lot this year so that I can roll it out. It's just one of my oldest liquid lipsticks. I really like it, but I just don't really need to be hanging on to it much longer. It still performs well. It doesn't smell funky. It's working just fine, but I can tell that it's starting to get a little bit more dried out from when it was at the beginning of the year. So I brought this into the project in January. It was weighing 28.16 grams. As of last month, it was weighing 27.41 grams, and that was after 27 uses in the project. I reached for it 2 times this month, making for 29 uses total, and today it's weighing 27.36 grams. So it is down 0.05 grams from last month, and in total we are down about 0.8 grams from this product. So I am going to try and amp up my uses for this one, especially in the fall. It's not a very summery shade. It's a very cool toned nude, which I don't love wearing during this time of year. But I think once we get into the colder months, I'll definitely be reaching for this more. I would love to get to 60 uses before the year is up. Right now I'm about 11 uses behind of where I would like to be. So I have some catch up to do. That means I have like, what, 16 uses to do this month if I want to catch up for next month, which probably isn't gonna happen, but if I could get more than 5, that would be great. I'm gonna kind of try and aim for that a little bit, but it's a nice shade. It's just a very, very cool toned, very, very cool toned shade, which I love. I love a cool tone, but just not really during the fall or during the summer. So I don't know when I'm gonna wear this. Maybe I'll roll it into next year. Probably not. There it is in the swatch. It looks much deeper on the hand. Once I have it on my face, it doesn't pull this deep. It just kind of, I don't know, washes me out just a little bit, which is why I like it more in the winter or spring when my skin's a little bit more pale. So I am still enjoying it, however, and I'm gonna keep with it until the end of the year and see what I'm able to do with it before the year's up. And we have that similar story with my Your Minerals Sweden eye pigment. This is in the shade Brown Hypnotic. It's a very cool toned, purpley brown taupey shade. And this loose pigment I've had for a long time, but loose pigments just aren't something I typically reach for. So I wanted to bring this into the project this year just to use it as much as I can. Again, with roughly a 60 use goal on it, 5 times per month, and just get some product of this used up, since otherwise I will not reach for it at all. There it is in the swatch. It is a beautiful shade. You can see how purple it really does pull, but it's just not a great everyday shade for me. It just pulls a little bit smoky, dark, vampy for everyday use, but when I do wear it, I think it's really pretty. I'll insert the progress videos here just for posterity, but you're not going to see much difference in them from month to month. Being a loose pigment, it's just such a small amount of product that I'm using each time that I reach for it. It's really hard to see in any real way in the video. But when I brought this into the project in January, it was weighing 14.41 grams. As of last month, it was down to 14.31 grams. That was after 23 uses. I reached for it 2 times in the past month, making for 25 uses total, and today it's weighing 14.3 grams. So it's down 0.01 grams from last month. We're down 0.11 gram total, and again, I'm behind on my uses on this one. I'm about 15 uses behind, but maybe I can catch up with this one a little bit more in the winter. I don't expect to hit 60 uses unless I really like make an effort to reach for it every other day or incorporate it with lots of other looks, but it's just not my favorite. I really do like the color, but I just don't know if it's something I really need in my collection. So I'm happy it's getting a lot of use this year. We'll see if I decide to keep it once this project is over, but I am happy I'm using up some of this product. It is a nice eye pigment, so I'm glad that it's getting some use. Next item is in this Charlotte Tilbury compact, but it's actually a Franken blush from 2 different Hourglass blushes that shattered in their packaging, and then I repressed them together into this compact to save that beautiful product, which I absolutely love. I love Hourglass powders, especially their blushes, and these are such light color blushes that I have been using them basically as a highlighter every day, or like a blush topper. So here's what this Franken blush was looking like when I first brought it into the project in January. It was weighing 23.54 grams, and this has been a lot of fun to use. It's been going actually pretty fast. I've been using it every day as my highlighter. All my other highlighters have been severely neglected this year, and it's been really fun to watch this pan expand every month. This was like a really nude colored blush mixed with kind of like a corally colored blush to make kind of this very muted peach color, and it's been really easy to wear. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 51.56 grams. I reached for it 20 times in the past month, making for 113 uses total, and here's what it's looking like today. Today it's weighing 51.12 grams, so I've used 0.44 grams of product, and we are getting very, very low in the amount of product in this compact. I am so excited to see how big this pan is. I think we are very close to having this used up. I don't think I'm gonna have it out by next month, but maybe by November it should be used up. I have been reaching for it every single day, like I said, and it's getting to be quite powdery, so a lot of product gets kicked up when I do put my brush into it, but it's kind of one of those products that you really can't use too much of, so I just slap it on and go crazy with it. So it's really beautiful. I am really excited to have this one finished very soon. It's definitely going to be finished before this year is over, and in the meantime it's just been so fun to track it on this project. So really excited about this one, and I will say that I think once this product is used up, this compact might be time to go, because I've got like some flaking going around the edges, like some oxidation going on the surface of the pan, and it's just seen better days. But I got a lot of good use. I'm glad I got to reuse it several times with several different products, this being its final one, and I'm excited to see where it's at next month. The next item is the cream bronzer that I'm trying to finish this year. This is the Nars cream bronzer in the shade Laguna 2. And I've been using this so much, but I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to use it up this year, but I definitely will be rolling it into next year if I'm not able to reach that goal. So here's what it was looking like when I first brought it into the project in February of this year. It was weighing 52.77 grams, and I have been slowly expanding the pan in this product, but it's just such a small amount of product that I use each time that it's really going quite slowly. But I am still making some really great progress on it. It's just a lot of product in here. This is a very beautiful bronzer. It's very blendable. It's a great color for me, and I've really enjoyed reaching for it on a daily basis. Here is what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 48.78 grams. I reached for it 15 times this month, making for 120 uses total, and here's what it's looking like today. Today it's weighing 48 grams, so I'm down 0.78 grams from last month, and in total we're down almost 5 grams, 4.77 grams. And so it's getting to be quite small. Look how big that pan is. And I'm also trying to start to wear down the edges of this bronzer, and so maybe you won't see the big expansion next month because I'm really going to be trying to focus on those big high edges in the future uses of this bronzer. So this one will be with us probably until the end of the year, if not longer, but I'm really happy with the progress that I've made on it. Being a cream bronzer, it's not gonna last forever, and I would hate for a very expensive product like this from Nars to go to waste. So that's why I have it in this project, and I'm gonna feel really good about finishing it up when that day does come. The next item is the first of 3 lipsticks that I'm trying to pan right now. Well, spoiler alert, we just rolled a lipstick out, but there's another one rolling in. But this is one of these lipsticks. It's from Lancome. This is in the shade number 246, and I'm trying to use up this bullet lipstick this year. I'm mostly using it as a blush, but I have been making an effort to reach for it more on my lips during these past few weeks. So here's what this lipstick was looking like when I first brought it into the project in February. It was weighing 29.41 grams, and the progress on this has been steady, but it has been slow as well. I just don't use a ton of product when I reach for it on my cheeks. Even though I'm using it consistently, it's just going slower than I would like it to, and it's quite a creamy product, so you'd think it would go pretty fast. It has been getting quite small recently. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 28.17 grams. I reached for it 18 times this month, making for 134 uses total. Dang. And here's what it's looking like today. Today it's weighing 27.83 grams, so it is down 0.34 grams since our last update, which I think is one of the biggest jumps I've had in a while. And I contributed to making that effort to wear it on my lips and reapply it on my lips throughout the day. And you can see how small it's getting. I love when lipsticks get this small. I call it the little lipstick nubbin, and I just think it's so adorable. So we are getting so close. I don't think I'm gonna have this out by next month. I think we've got still a ways to go on it, maybe 2 more months, maybe even 3. We'll see how it goes. But I am just feeling very encouraged that I was able to make a nice jump on it for this past month. I have been also drawing this in my little notebook here, and I was able to draw a new marking today. So here's the drawing in my notebook, and you can see this blue section here is the product that I was able to use up in the last month. So a pretty good jump for me, and I'm excited to keep working away at this. I think if I continue to reach for it on my lips consistently, mix it with other shades if I need to, I should be able to make another big jump by the next update. Next item is my powder bronzer that I'm trying to finish up this year. This one is from Tarte. This is the Park Avenue Princess bronzer in the shimmery formula of this bronzer. And I'm very hopeful that with the final push this year, I still might be able to finish this one up. Here's what it was looking like when I first brought it into the project in March. It was weighing 75.59 grams. It already had a small little pan in there. So we've just been watching that pan expand throughout the course of this year. And this had a lot of product built up on the side, so I've been trying to wear that away as I've been trying to expand the pan, and it's been going pretty nicely. I love a shimmery bronzer. I just think it's very flattering for me. Adds a nice glow to the skin. I just prefer them over matte bronzers typically. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 73.61 grams. I reached for it 19 times during the past month, making for 120 uses total. And here's what it's looking like today. Today it's down to 73.03 grams, so I've used 0.58 grams of product. And you can see how big and shiny that pan is today. I'm feeling very encouraged with the size of that pan. We still have a lot of product remaining in there, so I'm not that hopeful that this is going to get finished before the year is over, but I definitely am going to do my best. I'm gonna use it every single day to do my makeup, and we'll see where we get. If I have to roll it into 2026, that's what I will do. I'm going to finish this bronzer. I've been really working on decreasing my bronzer inventory, and this would just bring me one bronzer closer to having a nice, concise bronzer category. So in the meantime, I'm enjoying it, and I'm excited to see how big that pan is. I think we're gonna have a nice jump from last month to this month, and we'll just see what we can do with it next month. Again, I have been really wearing down this product on the side, so that just means that the product is going to expand that much faster as I wear down that thicker product in those corners, or edges, I should say. My next exciting update for this video is my lip gloss that I've been panning. This is the Fenty lip gloss in the Heat formula, and the shade is Hot Cherry. I brought this into the project in March. Here's what it was looking like in March. It was weighing 32.24 grams, and I was pretty close to finishing it up. I think I had like about a third of the product left, and I've been making slow and steady progress on this lip gloss ever since. So here's what it's been looking like over the past couple months. I've been making good little jumps on it, but it definitely has still taken me some time. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 29.32 grams. I reached for it 10 additional times during the past month, making for 53 uses total, and here it is today. And as you can see, it is empty. Today it is weighing 28.46 grams, so I used up the remaining 0.86 grams of product, and in total I have used 3.78 grams of product to empty out this lip gloss. And I probably could scrape out a little bit more product in there with a brush if I wanted to, but I did my best with just the wand. I got all the product off of the sides. I really tried to get some product off the wand as well, and I just am happy to call this good, or good enough. I did end up removing the stopper from this little component, so I definitely accounted for that in my weight difference, and that helped me to get the remaining product out of there. I could definitely hang this around in my purse for like another week. Maybe I will. But for the sake of this project, we are going to call this empty, and that's my second empty for the month. And I just haven't had a lip gloss empty in a long, long time, so this feels really exciting. I loved this lip gloss. It did have a nice plump to it. I love the Fenty lip gloss formula, but I'm really happy to have it out. It was perfect for the summertime too. This is like bright cherry red lip gloss. It was wonderful. So we'll miss her, but I'm happy to say goodbye at the same time. This next item is the foundation that I'm currently trying to pan. This is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation Sunscreen. It's quite a mouthful, and I have the shade Natural Buff here. I've been working on this foundation since May of this year. Here's what it was looking like when I first brought it in. It was weighing 38.51 grams, and I've been making quite steady and rapid progress on this foundation because it's a more sheer, like medium coverage foundation. I use a little bit more of it than I maybe would with other foundations, but I've really been enjoying it. I think it sits beautifully on the skin. It doesn't have the best coverage, but it's like good enough coverage for my day-to-day, and it feels just really nice on the skin. It feels like it's like good for the skin just a little bit. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 20.86 grams. I reached for it 20 times this month, making for 75 uses total, and here it is today. Today it's down to 15 grams, so we've used 5.86 grams of product in the past month, and while it looks like it should be empty, it's not. I was able to squeeze all the air out of it today, but there's still a good amount of product remaining in that upper little, or should I say bottom little portion of this component. I think with this foundation, I have maybe like 10 more uses in it, maybe less. I don't know if it's even gonna get me through this next month, but I do know that there is still product left in there, so it is staying in, but I just am so excited to be rolling this out very, very soon. And that means I just have one foundation in my collection right now after this one's gone. Really kind of like 1.5. I have this like kind of like glowy foundation-y type product, which doesn't give the coverage that I want for every day. It's not what I'm gonna be reaching for every day, so do I really count it as a foundation? But I'm just so happy that I am using up my products, that they are not going to waste. Actually, this one did expire in March of this year, so it's a good thing that I'm finally using it up. But that just means the SPF is expired. The product still works great, and I am excited to have this one rolled out next month, so stay tuned for that one. Next item is from ColourPop. It's one of their little Lippie pencils, and it's a beautiful red shade called Frenchie. My goal for this item was just to use it 10 times. I'm trying to use all of my lip liners 10 times this year. I don't think I'm gonna reach that goal, but at least I was able to reach my goal on this one because I'm happy to say that I have now used this 10 times and it is rolling out today. When I first brought this into the project, it was weighing 6.75 grams. As of last month, it was down to 6.55 grams. That was after 6 uses in the project, and then I used it an additional 4 times, and today it's weighing 6.53 grams. So I'm down 0.02 grams since my last update, and I am down 0.22 grams total after those 10 uses. So I'm happy to say I've hit goal on this one. I'm happy it's rolling out, and that means that I have room for a new lip liner to roll into this project and hit goal on, and help me chip away at my panning goals using this project to help me do so. There's a similar story with this eyeliner from Urban Decay. This is the 24-hour Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Deviant, which is a beautiful like denim metallic blue color. And I do have this on my eyes today. I'm going to a concert tonight, so I wanted to do like a fun, colorful look, and that is what you see here. And it was a great excuse to get another use on my blue eyeliner pencil. I did top it with some blue eyeshadows, but the main base of this color is from this eyeliner. My goal is to use this eyeliner 25 times this year, and since I rolled this into the project, I had 22 more uses to go on it, so that's my goal for this project, is 22 uses. When I brought this into the project in May, it was weighing 4.81 grams. It's been making slow progress over the past several months. I've only reached for it like once or twice, but I'm really starting to amp up my uses on it because I'm just ready for it to be rolled out. Here is what it was looking like last month. This was after 7 uses in the project. It was weighing 4.65 grams. I reached for it 7 times this month, which is a great jump for me, making for 14 uses total, and here's what it's looking like today. Today it's weighing 4.47 grams, so it is down 0.18 grams, and with 14 uses, that means I have just 8 more uses left on this eyeliner, and I'm really gonna try and do that by the next update. I really love pairing this with just a neutral eye, just on a little pop of blue on the upper lash line. And if I can do that in the next month 8 times, then I'll be happy to have this one rolled out by the next update. But for now, it's staying in, but really enjoying it. This is one of the oldest eyeliner pencils in my collection, but I absolutely love it. And I am hopeful that like someday I'll be even able to use it up, because I've used a lot of it over the years, and I continue to enjoy it, and it's just nice to have like a pop of blue like this for when I want to do a pop of blue on my eye. It's good to have in my collection. Next we have this powder foundation from Fenty Beauty. I just brought this into the project in June of this year. Here's what it was looking like in June. It was weighing 70.38 grams. I made a really nice jump with it last month. You can see how much bigger the pan is after just 1 month of uses. It was weighing 68.97 grams last month. Here's what it was looking like last month. It was down to 68.97 grams. I reached for it 22 times in the past month, making for 52 uses total, and here's what it's looking like today. Today it's weighing 67.59 grams, so I've used 1.38 grams of product in just 1 month, and I think the pan is looking quite large and exciting. I'm also starting to notice that the product around the edge is starting to go down quite a bit, and I have no doubt that this will be finished before the year's over. It probably will take me in the next few months to get there, but it's my everyday makeup setting powder. It does add just the slightest bit of coverage over my foundation, which is nice. I don't have this in my purse as like my regular touch-up powder. I just use it in the morning to get ready, but I'm really enjoying it. I actually got this product for free from a friend of mine who got the wrong shade. Didn't work for her, worked out perfect for me. Love that. And I'm excited to just have an empty powder by the end of this year. So in the meantime, very much enjoying watching this pan expand, and this one will be in hopefully not much longer. And the last product that I have been working on in this project is from KVD. It's another lipstick. This is their Studded Lip Cream in the shade Cathedral. And this was brought back into the project after taking a little bit of a hiatus during the spring and summer months. But she is back as of last month, and I'm hoping to finish this lipstick before the year is over. I've actually been working on this lipstick since September of last year. I had it in here for like 6 months. Had to take a break, and now she is back as of last month. When I first started working on it in September of last year, it was weighing 25 grams. As of last month, when she came back, she was weighing 24.24 grams. I reached for her 3 times during the past month, making for 36 uses total, and here she is today. Today she's weighing 24.21 grams, so I've used 0.03 grams of product in those 3 uses. And this is a very stiff, very matte formula, so a lot of product does not come off when when you reach for it. There's a swatch of it. You can see how deep it is. It's a beautiful shade for fall, but it's kind of hard to wear to work. It's just a little bit deep for a work day. I work at a school, so it doesn't always feel the most appropriate for me. But I do love this shade, and I'm going to have fun mixing it with other lip colors to try and get some more use out of it. Maybe even try and reach for it on my cheeks a few times. And it's getting to be that cute little nubbin size that I love, so I'm hoping that by the end of the year I should have this finished up. That is ultimately my goal. We're gonna go for that. We're gonna do our best. I am dividing my attention among a lot of lip colors, so this one might not get all the attention it deserves, but we'll see how it goes. I will keep chipping away and it will be finished eventually, and that'll be one less lip color in my collection. I am very excited to say that I have 3 lip products rolling out, 2 that are empty, and then 1 that I have reached my usage goals on. So that means I'm going to bring in some more items. I right now have 10 items that are still in this project, but I'm gonna roll in 2 more, and I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm also a glutton for lip products, and I love painting lip products. So guess what? We're bringing in 2 new lip products. So in the same vein with my lip liner goal, I'm going to bring in this ColourPop Lippie pencil in the shade Grind. This is like a really pretty magenta purple, and I'm not really sure what I'm thinking bringing this into the project in September, October, November months, but we're gonna have fun with some purple lip color, I guess. So here it is in the swatch. You can see how bright and magenta it is. It's actually a really pretty color. I love wearing this color. I actually think it would look really pretty with the makeup look that I have on right now. So maybe I will rock this for the concert tonight and get a use on it. So I'm gonna try and get those 10 uses on this lip liner in the next couple of months. Wish me luck. It's gonna be kind of an experiment. And I already have 3 uses counted on this lip liner, so really it's just 7 uses. I misspoke. 7 uses. I think that should be easy enough to do in the next month or 2, and then we will move on to another lippy pencil to hit my goal on. And the last thing that's coming in is this little mini lipstick from Buxom. This is in the shade Swinger, and guess what? It's another like purple shade. This is a very unique shade in my collection. It's actually very similar to Grind, which is kind of why I wanted to bring them in together. So there is Grind, the lippy pencil, and there is Swinger, the lipstick. And it's like almost a pink. It's like a very purpley magenta pink. Here it is up close, and please excuse the state of this lipstick. It has been through hell and back. It's broken a few times. I've reattached it a few times, and she is just hanging on for dear life, but that's all the product that I have remaining in this mini lipstick, and I would love to have this finished before the year is over. I don't know how realistic that is, but I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna wear it as a blush here and there. I'm gonna try and have some fun with purple lipsticks. It might not happen, but it's something that I really do want to finish up eventually. It was in my 2025 painting goals, but if I have to roll it into 2026, at least it's getting a nice head start this year. I shouldn't have waited this long to bring it into a project, but here we are. We still have 3 more months of the year to try and get some progress on this lipstick, and I'm excited to see what I'm able to do, and excited to have some fun with a very fun lip color. I do love a pop of a bright lip every so often. And with that, it's time to wrap up this video. I am super excited about the progress I've been able to make. I love the new products that are coming in, and I think we'll have some more rollouts next month and other ones very, very soon. So we're getting very close on some of these products, which is exciting, and it just makes me feel so encouraged. I just love making use of my makeup products. I love using up what I already have and resisting the urge to purchase things that I do not need. Yay, success. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to let me know in some kind of way. But I appreciate you so much just for being here and watching this video. Thank you so much. I'm sending my love out to you wherever you are in the world that this video finds you, and I hope you're doing well, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. But until then, take care. Bye.